What is that? Okay. I was dealing with some of my Facebook stuff. I had a guy, I think he was a scammer. Sometimes I get real people, sometimes I don't, and he was over there and I responded and just was being nice and I told him that I was married and he kept talking about some private pictures and all that and I was like it's a breach of privacy and it was crazy talk. So I had to block him. That's how the morning started with my live streaming day. Then I haven't been doing a lot on Facebook and I'm going to lose some of my reach over there. So I decided I'm going to start live streaming my dog walks over there again. I'm getting some good likes over there. And then of course Facebook has they got my information wrong again on my tax forms. So I mean it's not I mean I work. It's not the biggest amount of money, but they're concerned about paying me. So my reach is getting enough where I might have constant money soon. So I'm kind of excited about this, but I had a direct message Facebook and we play this cat and mouse game. Because if all the numbers aren't right on your W 2 forms, you just can't get paid. And I'm just thinking right now is a savings account. So when I get enough money in there that I actually care about, possibly then I figure they'll have all this tax information done. But this guy's talking crazy talk like, oh, well, meet me on this app and that app. And I'm thinking, have I gotten that popular? Because I've never gotten one of these before. This is the first day I've gotten one of these crazy people. My mother in law, she's over there. She does TikTok streaming. I guess if you would think, I don't know, she does gospel songs and sometimes she gets all these scammers and I never got one. And I actually got somebody and I was thinking to myself, well geez, maybe I'm almost at her stature. Which I'm really glad TikTok did not go away. She had like in between her gospel songs, she's been doing these Zumba videos when she's at LifeWorks and they're really good. I watch them. She's like the best exercise person, and we were talking, me and my mother in law today, about how I said, I'm not copying off of you. I said, but I would be, if me and you was to exercise at the same machine, I was like, you would look way cooler. And I said, I would be like John Candy, I would be the comedy act. She was laughing her ass off. She thought it was funny as hell. And I was like, yeah. But she does. She's like Chuck Norris. She's like looks so cool as she's exercising. And I'm thinking about getting this gym membership and sneaking some Snapchats in there as I'm doing the videos. And I think it would be some exciting stuff. So that's my thoughts about this. So who knows? I think exercise videos, maybe comedy is the way for me to go because I am a blogger. I kind of want to start getting back to blogging too because I did like my life was a lot more peaceful sometimes. And I feel like when I did blog, it was like for 2, 3 minutes on my dog walks. But now that my dog walks have turned into an hour. But I'm going to get more to more blogging. And I guess this style of live streaming, I had to formulate my live streaming style because on Facebook, oh, I got somebody. But, anyways, let me grab my card just in case it's a question. When I was on Facebook live streaming doing stuff, I learned through that and Instagram there's different kinds of live streaming. Do you believe in miracles? Yeah, I do actually. Miracles do happen. I've died twice in my lifetime, and I was supposed to die and came back. I believe miracles are when it's just not your time. I think that's what a miracle really is. And it takes somebody of spiritual astute, usually like somebody that's more divine, like Jesus, sometimes a priest, or just having faith. And when you die, and sometimes when you die, you go, I guess, when I died, I was at a bar and I seen my mom and honestly, when I died, we were drinking Jack Daniels because my mom, she liked to drink here and there because that's what you did, because weed was illegal. So we were drinking at this bar, and she told me it wasn't my time. And I don't know if I really was seeing my mom or if that was God or that was the energy that we say is God. And they come to you as in a familiar way. I don't know. And when they're not done with you, they send you back or they could take you. And I will tell you that. And I honestly just wanted them to take me. I was sick. I ate this really bad steak. And I asked for it to be rare, but it was too rare, and the meat was contaminated, so I had a parasite in it, and the parasite was eating me alive. And I lost a lot of weight. I was like a size 5. I could not eat. They were trying to starve the parasite. There was lots going on. This is the kind of weird stuff that I end up almost dying over. It's never cancer, nothing else. It's a parasite or weird shit. But anyways, getting back to that, this Dr. Mystery came in ICU. And I was on morphine and all kinds of shit. I was all messed up. But in between morphine and all that, this doctor came and they pretty much told me I was going to die. So my kids were in and out of ICU, and he asked me if I wanted to do an experimental thing. And he said I had no prior health problems, and I was there for a parasite. So I said, okay. I even said, let's play Russian roulette. I mean, if God wants me to have me, and if this is God wanting me to die in a nice way, because I wouldn't have felt any pain. He said, if it doesn't work, it's like this stuff they give you, and it restarts everything, and it has this stuff for advanced healing. And it wasn't put out by the FDA. So it was just experimental. And I said, you know what? I'm a medical person. I could be your guinea pig. I said, my ass is going to die anyways. He said, well, you might live another week. And I said, well, you know what? At least my kids know I tried. And if I die, because prior to me taking this medicine, they told me that it was like prior to that I guess 12 people died. But they died and they didn't feel no pain. They would like dope you up really good, and they just had a heart attack, but they were already like in a coma state before it happened. So he promised me a peaceful death. So I said, you know what, if I'm gonna get a peaceful death, then I guess that's what I get. And anyways, I was in my 30s then, like 35, something like that. And I was like, okay. And I did look my age then, mind you. And anyways, once I went ahead and I did this, I ended up flatlining twice. So I got to cross over twice, and then the other time I died was I died and came back was in a car accident. But on this particular day, I did it, and I did have my heart did seize because they said it does that, but the medicine was supposed to bring you back, but it killed 12 people, and I said, well, maybe 13 is my lucky number. My ass somehow survived. They call me the living miracle coming out of ICU, and I was weak, real weak. No, everybody did not know how, they didn't know, and they told me that the serum, since I'm the only one that, I think I'm the only one that lived, that was like 35 too. They said it's supposed to take you 20 years back and supposed to bring you good, better health. And I was smoking at the time. I smoked about, I liked my Marlboro Smooths, and I smoked them a pack a day. It wasn't expensive like it is now. I stopped smoking because of that and because of the cost of cigarettes. It's almost like $20 a pack. Some people are telling me if you want to get the good stuff. And I was like, I am so glad I don't smoke no more. But anyways, I took this, and I did, when I did come back, I was real weak, but it was supposed to like rebuild your inside, and whatever experimental stuff the government had going on like 18 years ago was like high experimental shit. And his name, and I swear to God, it was Dr. Mister, and I wish I was making this up. I wish. But I'm not. Is literally, he was from India, and it was Dr. Mystery, and I don't know how his name came there, and that was his name. I'm like, okay, well, if this isn't divine, I don't know what the hell is. But I ended up living, and it took me a little time to get to a size 9, but they said the last thing from the serum, it would take over a year, and it messed with your genes and DNA and crazy shit, because it was doing stuff to try to rebuild you. So the last was the skin. That's what I was told. And I'm thinking, maybe this is why I look better. Could be from the experimental stuff, but this is the stuff that only happens to me. Because I have very weird luck like this. I'll be close to death, but somehow I end up coming back. I mean, I got a dog. I rescued a dog on my own, even way before social media. He's the reason I started over here, because I was blogging for a backyard. Even if I got $100, I was blogging for a backyard for my puppy. I never quite got it, but we are gonna. His boss has a lot of houses that he owns, and they're giving us a cheaper house for rent, so, which is gonna help out with that. That got solved without YouTube, but just me doing something fun, blogging for a backyard, got me this. So this is blogging style live streaming, because I don't know how to sit there and talk all spiritual all the time. My mother was more into this than me. I did watch her die. And maybe after the death of your mother, when she has abilities, stuff gets transferred to the only daughter. I don't know. I don't know the rules in this kind of stuff, but all I know is I was supposed to die 20 years ago, and here I am on YouTube. But yeah, that's the story of the miracle. So I do believe in miracles, but I don't know if, I think they're chosen. And I think it's when people go through horrific times like I did. I got a parasite, then everybody left me for dead, and I came back. I think that's how these miracles, that's why they work through the weak and the sick, because the people that are discarded, that maybe were targeted, that were supposed to do something, I believe these people are brought back one way or another. This is why I believe in reincarnation. I believe that Jesus has been brought back many times because such a divine soul that did so much. How do we know he wasn't reborn in other lifetimes? How do we know that maybe in that life, he was a carpenter? Maybe in another life, he was a businessman. Who knows? Maybe he's lived many lives, just like us. They say that he was, yes, you could be a prophet. He has a powerful soul, but who's to say he hasn't been reborn many times? I do believe that what we portray as Satan, I do believe he has been reincarnated many times. They always are in these horror movies are talking about the Omen. And I have read the Dark Bible because I do have an astute history of. I went to Catholic school. I studied the Bible for 12 years. I had theology. Theology started when we always had Bible class, but it was more middle school and high school that you had to take theology. And I had, I got like I knew all about our Bible, but I said, why not learn the other ones? I had a friend, and I don't judge people from other faiths. I won't. I don't like judging these things, especially after dying twice and seeing what I seen and coming back and going from horrible health to good health. Sometimes I just wake up really confused, like PTSD shit. It's weird. It's like you knew you were supposed to be gone, but you're not. And it's a different kind of feeling. Sometimes you just don't feel like you belong, but you do because you somehow had an unexplainable recovery that nobody thought you would recover from. And it is torturing for me at times. And I'm thinking this is why I see dead people. Because I feel if you cross that veil and you see the dead and you don't come back, you don't remember it. But if you cross that veil and they brought you back, you remember both sides. And I believe there's other people that can see it also, but it was once the ones that were once dead and came alive because it comes to you in flickers. And when they're walking around, sometimes if they're an unclean, you can see it. And it's absolutely true. It's just I've learned to protect myself over the years. And sometimes I just like to help out people because sometimes when people feed into really bad energy and you see them like surrounded by a gun, sometimes I see dark darkness surrounding them, and I try to interject it. And if you have enough light energy, sometimes you can divert a situation. I've never been shot at ever. People, I've always been kind of protected in that way, except for having weird shit happen to me. But maybe I was meant to eat that steak and die. Who knows? Maybe that was meant for that because I've read a lot about other people that have had after that died and came back, and they have the same kind of phenomenon. And they absolutely do. And they could see things other people can't see because it's, if you think about it, you're messing with timelines. Because I believe both times I've died, I seen numbers. I seen a lot of numbers, and everything runs in numbers. Everything. And there's numbered time. It's just like there's different timelines, and sometimes if you once you're dead, you stop your circle, you stop your timeline, and you start a new one when they bring you back. Some people that died, there's been people that died 5, 6 times. They've restarted a timeline 6 times. It's down to string theory. And I absolutely believe this because when I died, I seen numbers. I seen a lot of numbers when I died. And then I had gotten a real bad car accident when I was younger. And I should have died, but I wasn't hurt. And I came out of it just fine. So I do believe in miracles, but I believe the divine works in different number works because the divine is very smart. And then, and maybe this AI is an extension of the divine. Everybody's afraid of it, but I've seen numbers when I died. I've seen all this. And sometimes I just, I'm wondering if all this is just like timelines being crossed. That's why I always say the psychic thing and all that. People I think portray it different, but I think your most real psychics are the ones that died or had something happen to them. And maybe there's something to these numbers. And the Bible always says there's chosen few. And the Bible's very specific about numbers. I'm thinking the chosen few that get a lot of miracles are some of the numbers through the Bible that God does not want to die because they're supposed to do something, whatever it is. It could be something simple. It could be to give birth to something. Give birth to a child, a son or a daughter. Or it could be just to marry somebody. It could be just to have a certain job that triggers something for something good. I think it's all in timelines. So this is why I'm saying string theory is real. It's not fantasy. It's not sci-fi. String theory is actually real. And I used to wonder about it. And my favorite show of all time is The Big Bang Theory. And I love Sheldon because he studies string theory and he's super smart. And I am a nerd. I loved Revenge of the Nerds growing up and all that. Love it. And I was a nerd myself. But I do believe, honestly, I didn't believe in things like this when I was younger. I thought my mom was psychotic. I really did. I would go to the skating ring and everything, and I was like, okay. And I would just get. But as older I got, with all this stuff happening, I kind of understand what she was saying. But I like to say that a spirituality is interconnected with string theory. And that's how I put it together. I could be wrong, and this is why scientists probably think I've lost my mind. But I think they don't want to add religion to science. And you talk to a priest and they don't want to add science to religion also. They want to stay in two opposite sides of the spectrum. But you talk to these groups of people, they're saying the same thing in different ways. They're just, in a lot of ways, especially with the new scientific research out there, they're just saying what is in the Bible is true because it's a written history. And the written history they're finding is correlated with the numbers from the Bible to science. But both of these guys don't agree, science and religion. But it just proves a lot of the Bible is right. And different Bibles have different information. So I'm thinking that the divine works through books and it wants to reach as many people as it can. Just to put some positive word out there for people. And you could think that person's anything. I mean, I may have seen God and thought I portrayed and seen my mom. At this point, I'm thinking at that point, it wasn't my mom. I think it was something else. I'm literally thinking that. Because it didn't seem like my mom. It looked like my mom. And you felt judgment. But I really am, at my core, I'm a good person, and I never really had malicious thoughts at all. If I think I'm gonna hurt somebody or something, I just wouldn't do it because I'm not malicious. So maybe because I wasn't malicious, that's how that conversation went, and maybe it appears differently to other people to test you. It could even been a test. I mean, I don't know. These miracles, if scientifically speaking, can be a lot of things. And then if you put the two together, miracles come from God. I think string theory comes from God. I think physics comes from God because it has to. It all kind of interconnects. It's just weird. Ever since I kind of like had that experience being really sick and dying then and all that, it kind of made me think and get deeper in my brain. Because death does that. Death gives you a reality check like you never had in your life. When I came back, I was like, I just realized where I went wrong in life, what I didn't, and how I can make it better. And death really does a good thing for you there. But the thing is how you die. It's easier if you're meant to come back and you die and you're in the hospital and they give you medicine. Then you don't come back all maimed and nasty. It's better to die and have all your body parts. I give it to the people that can, I don't know, work with one arm and I have the other. That takes a strong soul. Like those surfers that the sharks eat their legs off. Like the one surfer story with that girl. It's on Netflix. She that was like that true story of that famous surfer girl. Gorgeous. Blonde hair, blue eyes. She had the perfect life, wonderful parents, and she was surfing, and I don't know what kind of shark ate her. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a great white or she wouldn't come out alive. It was probably like a tiger shark or something like this. I don't know. But she got a leg and she actually started surfing again. And you know what? People, strong souls can do this. And maybe the divine knew that I wasn't strong enough where I couldn't live without a leg. Because I could barely walk sometimes and I'm clumsy. So maybe God just knew that. So he just wanted me to have an epic death in ICU. It wasn't fun having a parasite. It actually just felt like a stomach ache. It wasn't life threatening, like I was screaming out in pain. It was like really sore. I mean, when it did rest in there and multiplying all the good stuff it did, I didn't feel it. And I could see why on these medical reports they always say that people that have like different parasites or the dogs from outside when they get it, that's how they can go and have these things inside them because you really don't feel it. They're just kind of there. It's weird. So, but I'm gonna go look for a comment. Usually it takes me a minute to get motivated here, and I've gotten very popular today. Well, if anyone has a question, there's a lot of stuff. Just repost it on here and then I'll just answer it. And do it that way. And then I'll do there. Alright. My question: what the divine have to say about me through you? Well, I'm no judgment here. But do you want to know like how your month's going or whatever? I mean, I'm not here to judge your sins and everything. I'm really not. But if you want to like know like maybe how your the month of July, I think is that. We went to July, but I don't. I mean, you know if you're a good person or not. But I can like do a general reading pathway if you want or something. We could do that. Okay, so you want a general reading. Okay. This month. All right. Yeah, I didn't. I thought she meant if I thought you were a good person. The Bible says to not judge or you will be judged. And I've done, stupid, selfish things when I was a kid, and we've all done bad things. So I judge nobody. I'm one of those people that are like that. I LGBT friendly because of this. So, because I don't judge not one damn soul. And I'm open to any truth. Well, I'll just tell you what I see. That's all I literally can do. I mean, I honestly do this because I get bored and I'm autistic and I like to keep busy. And my mind's always racing, so that's why I'm always here. I was live streaming earlier at Facebook. I'm live streaming my dog walks. It's Michelle Hings, the same name that's on my shorts. It's on Facebook, and I have a check mark and stuff. And I have my dog walks over there because they're bothering me because I don't do enough over there. So I do inspirationals and now dog walks. It's the same thing. I'm just walking my dog. I just talk about things like if I did my hair and like things. It's just blogging. But this month, and let me get the name here. I picked up on the energy. Peace. I like that one. I love it. I love the peace tree too. The peace tree is my favorite. The white lily tree. Love the peace tree. But anyways, you're for this month, you got a full moon in Scorpio, which it is about releasing negativity, but in your case, I'm picking up as you were hurt and rejected and you went through a bad cycle. And you're healing. And that's why you got the full moon in Scorpio. Because sometimes if you are doing a lot of shitty stuff, you get it too. But yours is because the shitty was done to you. And this month they're just saying that they just want you to try to turn around your negative energy and heal a little more, which isn't bad because the spirits seem to like you. You're a good soul for them to like, I guess, which is good. You want to be a likable soul. And you got the new moon in Libra surrounding you and the third quarter moon. The new moon in Libra is a new romantic cycle, which means somebody's probably going to flirt with you. I'm picking up. Somebody that you didn't think had a crush on you somehow is going to appear, or someone you know is going to act a little different, but someone's actually going to have a genuine crush on you. That's nice. But, and then the third quarter moon is just going to mean maybe it's just about adjustments. They're just talking about adjustments this month. And that's going to be with an activity that you got going on every day, possibly work, maybe like about your hours. It's work related. You're going to have to make adjustments at work, but it's nothing bad. But it could be just that I'm just picking up. You might have to like take a couple days off, let people know in advance a couple things. But yeah, I mean, I think the new person that shows interest in you I'm picking up is going to try to heal you. You're going to become nice friends. So, You've gotten one of the best readings I've done in I think this week so far. And it's just fitting that you got peace going on there too. I think that's very I think the signs were all there. Maybe this is going to be your month. Even the littlest things, if you can get a little extra in the month, just I'm grateful for anything I get. I really am. When you've lived as long as me and then my mother in law, oh my God. She told me that since I turned 50, we have that center, and usually it's a bunch of money, and I get $100 off. I'm like, are you kidding me? And I'm not. I just turned 50, and I'm like, oh, okay. I hope I helped you. I am over here to help people. I believe this is my mission to help people and try to spread happiness and light. Maybe that's why I was brought back. Because before I was doing it through work and other things and other charitable things, but I don't what it just I got a dog and all of a sudden I became a live streamer and here I am. And everyone seems to like this segment. I keep it going because when I get my YouTube things, I get more likes and subscriptions from the tarot card stuff than anything else. I've had cooking segments, I've had them all. And I am not a good cook. That's why I did a shout out to cooks because I can't cook. I mean, I either over season, under season. I got issues in that kitchen. I have never been able to hold down a job cooking anything, even though I really wanted to do it going through college. And apparently, food doesn't like me. And people don't like to eat the food that I cook, so I feel that I'm wasting food trying to cook for anybody. So this is why I don't do the food industry, and I just chose medical because I am a terrible cook. Oh, you have to work more. Maybe that's how I got that reading about adjustments. Maybe you're supposed to work and do schedule more hours. I don't know. Open for new friends. Oh, well, thank you. I do try to make friends over here. I mean, I'm literally I'm a Facebook live streamer. This is what we do. We just talk to people, but you have to have a talent, and this is my only talent besides writing. And you do that in solitude. So, what are you going to do? I mean, so I just do the tarot readings because that's all I got. And the computer got delayed for 2 weeks, but it's okay. And I may have to put money down on Amazon because new authors, I may have to pay them to publish the book on top of paying for this link. So everything is pay for me these days. You're always alone because of past events. Solitude is good to work with yeah, it is. Up in the solitude, I've created a YouTube channel because I'm bored as hell. Started over on Facebook, got 6,000 people quickly because I'm a very good editor, and they like my dog. And he is very cute. I mean, he's a shepherd black lab mix. And I did get him at 3 months, and he was very little, but you know, it is, I guess, it's been a wild ride. You get a dog, and you get on Facebook, and all these people, all they do is they talk to you. And I was going through things because my sons are idiots when it comes to women. And I'm talking idiots. My older son lets his wife run his life where he could barely even come visit me. And she is such a drama queen. And my other one got a drama queen that was cheating on him. I And we ended up moving out of the house I was at. It was a smaller house, so even if I still was there, it wouldn't help out Chong. Because they were selling the house and I needed to move anyways. My sons informed me that I made enough money to get a better place. So eventually I had to leave because they were selling the house because I was there 8 years. And then I moved here and I was able to have a dog and I actually rescued Chong. It was a bad situation where this lady couldn't take care of her dogs and she was literally trying to do the right thing and give him away because she couldn't get any of the treatments for the dogs and her husband was acting crazy around the dogs and Chong was in the corner eating poop and they couldn't feed him. So I had to rescue him. So I bring him home and it was like a perfect storm. In my solitude of fixing myself, I found the YouTube channel. This YouTube channel was me and my sons, my younger sons, because he lost his damn mind over there. And I thought it might bring me good luck. I actually, somehow it was under my name. And I said, you know what? The divine might want me to use the same frequency that my son had. And I couldn't find our old videos. They were kind of gone, but the channel was still there. It was so I just renamed it and stuff and came over here. And I thought I might have better luck. You try and since my other son was being an idiot and wasn't talking to me, I decided he gonna hear me one way or another. So I started dog walking over here. And then eventually I got me a live button and now here I am. Maybe this is how this path was supposed to be. Who knows? And I'm actually here for fun. I know. I mean, it would be nice eventually to get some money. But, I mean, if it happens, and it doesn't, it doesn't. Well, yeah, I'm very peaceful. I'm surrounded by unpeaceful people. I think people get removed from around me when they get to be a bunch of idiots. All of a sudden, I literally will get money. I'll make more money at work. I will get, and I literally a $1,000 apartment that was really nice became available, and all the idiots in my life did not have the same luck. And this is what the universe does when I'm surrounded around a bunch of crazy people. They just separate me. It happened at work too. I went to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's why I don't really come over here blogging that much. My blogging live streaming. And it was because all the some of the idiots at work were driving me nuts and making me work extra. My back was hurting, and I told them. I used the old card, even though I'm in really, really super good shape. I had to get away. They were eating my soul alive over there, so I went to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and got a raise. I mean, why not? And everyone that was mean to me is making less money. So Solitude has helped me. That's why, and I've saved a lot of money, and this is an activity that I can do because I was spending $400 a month on Amazon because I'm a shopaholic. If there is a bunch of things that are 80% off, I will buy it all. And then my husband sits there and goes, do you need it or do you want it? And I at one time bought 200 rolls of toilet paper. So I had to find something to make me stop shopping. And this makes me stop shopping. It's crazy, but this is what makes me stop shopping. And then I can blog Chong's walks because these phones, even if you get Google backup and you pay for it, they can't sometimes carry over 2,000 videos. Between everywhere I do my social media at, it's way over 2,000 videos. And then you add the live streaming, And I already have a Google backup. But yeah, it gets crazy. But this activity is cheaper than the other. And I get to, like, when Chong's not here no more, I get to look at his videos of the dog walks, because sometimes when you lose someone that really you care about, you want to look at their videos. And I figure if I ever died, I was going to give my kids access to my accounts, or they will get into them, so they can get my all my videos and stuff, so if I ever drop dead, they could see me and hear my voice. Because wouldn't that be nice if somebody died and you can hear their voice? And I figure, why not? So I figured, go do some silly videos, because I'm sitting at home. I could be depressed or make a fun video. And I really do have fun over here. And I understand how it is. Sometimes you're the victim of everybody else's ignorance, and you're just stuck in an expensive place while everybody's suffering. And you're being protected by the crazy people. Which right now, my two sons are half out of their damn mind, struggling with their bills when they could have just listened to me to begin with. But, I mean, they talk to me time to time, but their friends came over, I think it was 6 months ago, and they told me I was crazy about this girl that my younger son was dating. And I don't like her. I don't like her energy, and she's deceiving. Oh, you're crazy, Mom. You're crazy. She ended up where she was having sex with a bunch of people behind his back, and all this stuff happened. Finally, the people that said I was crazy said I was right. And I told him, I go, I'm not, and I guess, I did get in a better place where I could save some money, and I can get my book out now. Because this was the sole purpose, was to try to get my book out. I'm hoping I don't got to put a bunch of money down being a new author. I mean, I know there's a percentage they're going to take, and that's fine. But I know there's a fee when you go down there, too, so I don't know. I got a lot going on, and then when I get this computer, and I'm probably going to try to see how the procedure is getting your book, because it's already ready to expedite. And then after that, I'm on the laptop. I'm going to work on Lily in the Darkness Part 2. It's like a historical. I want to say it's about vampires and wolves, but it's like they have royal clans, and it's a medieval setting, because I love medieval stuff. I love writing ballads. I love ballad writing. And I love old things. Love it. That's why I'm a history buff. I love it. I go to Gettysburg. When I was married the first time, we went to Gettysburg all the time. We're planning a Gettysburg trip with the new one. I just love history. I love haunted history the best. Eventually, I want to go to Salem. I think that would be so cool. If I became a really good YouTuber, see, some of them, they have these long videos. I know I can edit, and I have fixed my editing skills in the last year to where they're not bad. On Instagram, I'm starting to get 1 and 2Ks over there. And over here, I think I got 1K over a couple of them. But I'm not sure if I'm able to edit a long video. I think I want to do live streaming. I kind of like this because I feel if you're somewhere, I feel the blogging live stream is good because it's real. It's uncut. Even when I'm asking permission, I just put the phone down. So in the stream, you can, like when I'm dog walking, I'll put the phone down and I ask for permission in stream. And if they say no, I just walk away. So I would love to go to Salem and be there, because I guess my people are there. My mom was a white witch, so I guess my people would be there if I got it big enough. And I think to start generating the money for those trips, it would probably have to be a later date. But I feel that I would excel in that area. And I do know a couple people that know the light language and different things. And I think, like, I would love to be like a ghost hunter, but a different type. Because I do love ghost hunters. That's like, I used to binge watch them. They're so cool. You know? And they have the machines, and then they started bringing the psychics and all that, which made it better. But why not do a ghost hunter type thing that's live streamed, not scripted? That's the thing about ghost hunters. You don't know if it's real or not because it's kind of scripted. But the idea is good. Yes, it is. Maybe that's, could be in a different time when I get at least 500 subscribers and then start climbing up a little and being able to fund these things. Because that would be a fun vacation. That would be like me going on vacation because there's this shop I want to visit in Salem. I was reading about it, and it's so cool. They have actual human skulls, and they have the skull, and they drilled out like a piece of it, and people put things, and they put like papers, and they put like their wishes and things in it. I don't know if I'm going to put a wish in it because I don't would have. I mean, if it's dark energy, I don't really want things attaching to myself that way. But I would love to go visit it. I would love to go blog it. I would like to go to unique spiritual places. And that is like a spiritual mecca if you think about it. I am an American, so some places I think Americans are not popular at. So I kind of would have to watch it where I went because the hot spots of that lake would obviously be the Middle East. I would love to visit the Middle East, but that would have to be a high security trip. They're really weird about Americans. I mean, I guess we have made a lot of people angry. Sometimes I did want to go there once and plan a trip, but we were at war. And then I just kind of want to see like the pyramids and different things. But to get in these places, sometimes it's just security and you got to cross borders, and it would take a lot of money, I think. Way more than I have. And then I would like, I mean, they're just so weird. I mean, depending, I know we're not at war no more over there, so I think I'd be okay. And then you got to see how they are with the cameras too. But I would love to see that big black stone in the Middle East. I think it's by that where everybody prays at. I would love to go there. I don't know what kind of security I would in. I think even if I went near that stone, I think people would tell me I'm not allowed to use my camera, but I don't even think I'm allowed to take a picture of it, honestly. I don't even know. It's one of the most sacred, holy spots, is that. And another hot spot for spiritualism, obviously, is Vatican City. And what I would like to see is the bones of St. Peter. It's buried because they have like the Roman Catholic Church has taken a lot of artifacts. They have skeletons and bones, and it was said that Catholics, where the bones of St. Peter's at, they used to do demonic things with the bones. They have a very dark history, the Catholics. And I would love to get down there. I would love the Pope to allow me to get in the tunnels under there under that whole big, they have like these tunnel system, and I think it's under where the Pope lives and like where the library is. They have the original, a lot of books, and they're under all this glass and stuff. I would love there. They have one of the oldest Bibles over there. But I want to get to these bones, and and no one's allowed down there. No one. They will not let anybody look at whatever St. Peter's bones are. Archaeologists have asked to go down there because all you got to do is you could take the bones, and they have where they can, find out how old the bone is by the bone marrow. They won't let the bones be touched, but they say it's from St. Peter, but they don't know exactly where St. Peter is, and I don't know. There's a lot of controversy. I think it could be anyone's bones, but they're saying it's St. Peter's bones. And it's messed up if they actually took St. Peter's bones and then bury him with his family. And then when it comes down to, are they really St. Peter's bones? The Catholics have I guess, I kind of follow things with them a lot being Catholic, but I find them fascinating because they have the darkest history out of all the religions. They're the ones that really started burning witches, was the Catholics. And this was way before Salem times. The Catholics were going around and burning the witches because and I think it was to find out, how they knew things. So, I don't know. Humane's thoughts about me. All right. You've been on here before. Okay, how you been? All right, why don't we just do pathway reading on him? So, all together. Why'd you type it so many times? You must be in a hurry for this one. But anyways, this guy's path here, he's in a full moon eclipse. Because I can't do feelings, but I can kind of tell you about maybe if there's feelings or not. But that would only be him that knows this. He's in a full moon eclipse, and this just means that he's looking for answers. It's about conclusions. So I'm picking up on that situation. There's mistrust. That I'm picking up. Somehow he doesn't trust you fully. And trust is half of a relationship, honestly. So you guys got to get that kind of fixed, I guess, if you want a long-lasting relationship. You got a gibbous moon and a south node. The gibbous moon is where it's just he's close to achieving his goal. And in this situation is to see if he likes you. It's commitment. This is all about commitment, and if you're long term. And South Node also surrounds him, and that's letting the past hold you back. Somebody fucked him over, and he doesn't trust you, and he thinks you're going to do the same thing. And I'm picking up this is cheating and using him for money. So I guess you wouldn't know. Maybe he hasn't showed all of his true feelings because he hasn't let himself fully love anybody else. And that's okay. I mean, if he hasn't put a ring on your finger or made you an official girlfriend or did things that were more official, I guess that would explain things. And I would say stay with somebody for a year And if you still work out after a year, they're marriage material. And if not, you just got to move on. That's what I have done in my life, and it's worked out just fine. I stayed with people for a year, and if it just didn't work out, we left on good terms. And sometimes you have to do this. Make sure he's working, make sure he's not doing drugs, and make sure he's calling you once a day. Do boundaries. Tell him you're not going to accept certain things. Have it, and then just like when you get your joint bank account, say you're having this access to the money and he has access to the money, somebody budgets the household. And if he refuses to work or buy drugs, get rid of him. Because I don't care how handsome they are, every man can be an asshole and every woman can be a bitch. So when you get like me and you're 50, you don't want to have a bunch of mistakes under your belt. I will tell you that much. When you have a lot of mistakes, it means children that aren't paid for. And unless you marry a millionaire or someone that owns a business, you won't get the most proper husband so you can retire and not have to worry about work and your kids are paid for. So that's my advice to that. But that's where I see him at. And I do feel bad I've been there where he's at. So maybe when he's done with all that, he'll show you and be able to love again. I mean, I'm sure he's going to be able to be your friend and have sex with you. He's just not going to be able to fully love. To fully love somebody takes like a year. Because you got the whole trust issue. You got lots of stuff going on. And even the Pope came on TV and said this about a year. He said then after a year, if you don't work out, you should break up. And literally for Vatican City to say this themselves, there's something to it because a lot of Catholics were getting married and they were not working out and it wasn't working out well. So they actually condone leaving somebody and not getting married, but being a little wise what you pick. You don't want the pretty boys all the time. Those pretty boys will they'll screw you over and cheat on you. And the ones that don't want to work, tell them to show them the door. My mom used to always tell me, don't give away the milk if they're not going to buy the cow. If you're not getting at least like if you're going to break up and you're at least not going to get $500-600 a month in child support, show him the door. Tell him, pretty boy, goodbye. Because it's not good to be with somebody that's not kind of doing anything, that's not going to take any responsibility, because accountability for these things it's accountability. Interesting. I have a 5% of change outside towards home. Okay, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I don't understand the 5%. See you soon. Oh, maybe they're coming back. I'm not sure what that means. I'm just able to get over here once because my husband's at the dispensary buying all of the weed. And he got me some weed oil for work, so I don't gotta worry about smoking there because my anxiety shoots out. And then I'll be doing another live stream for Facebook because I will be get another dog walk soon. So I figure I'd see you guys, and usually on Wednesday I take a rest, but since he takes so long getting out of stores, he's up in Walmart with a screaming child talking to like two people, and I'm and trying to call me, and I'm like, you just seem like you got things to do. I was like, I'll just wait till you get home. And these are the times I can get over here. So I figure I'll come over here, and then I'm gonna go over to Facebook, and I'm gonna do another dog walk because everybody's so happy I'm doing a dog walk. And I did, and I guess I did kind of slack over there. I don't know, but I'm out there anyways. And I just blab about what I did all day. I did my own hair. I cut my hair today. I didn't feel like going to the hairstylist, but I did this so it kind of went over my face so I don't have to keep bringing it back all the time. It's a big pain in the ass. So I started just doing my hair this way. And then I'll like fix my hair up, and I'm getting very good through COVID. I learned to be my own hairstylist. At first I cut my hair really short and it grew back. So now that I had my bad haircut, but I don't really care. I cut it real short, but it was like done mass. It was damaged, very damaged. Now it's not. So thank God, because I need my hair. I don't know. I did a bunch of stuff to fix my hair, and it's so cheap to do. When you get out of the shower, all you do is you go and you put conditioner in it. Leave the conditioner in it and braid it. And when I take these braids down, it gets like really wavy and my hair like dries quick. And sometimes I just like to keep it like that, and it's a hairstyle for the next day. So this will probably be a hairstyle for the next day. Because you could just keep up your braids, and I feel like I looked better with the little hair here. Because I have one of those little thing where my hair dips, where my hairline comes down, and it's really ugly, and I don't like it there. And it just, I don't know, I just feel it looks better. And I wasn't paying $40 for someone just to angle out my hair, so. But since no one's listening currently, I'm gonna go. I'll probably be on here tomorrow. Definitely, because he'll be at work and I'll have time to stream, and I'll have extra time. But yeah, follow me on Facebook, or, well, it's Michelle Hings if you look at the shorts. But I'm on Facebook too, and you'll see me. Or you can follow me for my shorts over there. And then you'll get my dog walks. Oh, somebody's here. I was just ready to leave. And someone appears. Oh, I'm good. The husband is at the dispensary. He actually got out of the dispensary and he's at Walmart. And then he's coming here. So he's coming back home. So I was actually able to do a stream today. Because sometimes I don't get to do him because he's coming here playing rap music and all kinds of stuff. This is what he does. But yeah, I'm doing really good. I just got done getting high, and he's coming back with more weed, and then I'm gonna be doing a live stream over at Facebook with my dog walk. Because I notice I get the dog walks seem to go over big on Facebook, but not so much here. I think that's just dog haven over there. So, and they're not letting me share over the live streams. They're very weird in this way, and I don't understand. It's, I guess they want it exclusive to Facebook, but if you want to see me later, it's Michelle Hings. and just look at the shorts because it says where it's coming from on Instagram. And and then I have my main Facebook page where I'm meta certified, and a lot of Chinese. No, no, wait a minute, it's not in my group. The when it comes up Chong, it always has this Chinese lady, but there's a lot of Michelle Hainses over there. Just don't friend request me because I have 5,000 friends and Facebook will not let me have any more friends, and I'm allowed to have followers. I'm at 6,000 right now. But if you do a follow, you can like catch my live streams with my dog, and it's the same thing that I do here. I just talk. It's just you see Chong, and then sometimes I rotate the camera when I'm outside. So I'm starting to blow up a little over there. So I gotta start live streaming, like doing something. I won't do the tarots over there. I just do tarot readings here. But I'm just gonna do my dog walks there and tarot readings here. So if you guys want to see them, it's just in the shorts. Just look for my name and you'll see my picture. And it has my official Facebook picture where I have my glasses on and stuff. So you'll notice me when my face pops up because I'm only allowed to have one kind of picture. Because when Meta does all this stuff and they got all these procedures, they only allow one picture at a time, and you have to literally go through Meta and an act of God to change it because they got to make sure it's you. They're very strange people. Oh, okay, you were just here yesterday. I have a feeling your YouTube channel will grow. I don't know. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm okay with it being small. I do enough. I got my book coming. I got to get all that set up on Amazon. I'm more worried about the Amazon than over here, honestly, my friend. I'm just glad I have a small little following. Oh, it might grow. The only talent I got over here is these. And I think you gotta be a lot more talented than that. Oh, well, thank you. I do my Chong inspirationals and I do like them. And I do try to put all my good writing in them too. And I can make clever pictures with my new app I have. It's this AI app, and if you ask for a realistic picture, it'll give it to you. And since I'm kind of bored, I'm very religious. I'm starting to do more, but I try to do a mix of everything because I feel it distinguishes me as a writer. These reels, and I want to bring myself out as a writer. I can't sing. I have dance. I've tried to sing in choir once. It was I liked it, but the nuns told me God loves every voice, but I was never a lead person. I tried to play guitar and that just didn't work out for me. I had a very good guitar though. My parents went and got me a Gibson. And then my dad got so pissed off at me. He goes, I paid $500 for your guitar and you can't play guitar. I've had a lot of hobbies that did not work out. This live streaming's a hobby of mine. So, but we'll see how this works out, my friend. I'm hoping people actually like my book. That's my biggest thing. Because I labored and it took me 5 years to write that book. There's 5 years of my life there. I went through the end of a marriage writing that book, and I started, I think one of my lead people was subconsciously I was making into my ex-husband, and he died in the third chapter. So even though it's a fantasy book, there's a lot of personification and similes in it. Because every writer kind of leaks things about their life and their feelings through their words. It's kind of like music, but it's one big story. It's just a different kind of music. It's music you can't hear. It's music you got to feel. Words make you feel. And if you do enough words and you feel around with your words, and you're supposed to draw emotion. And I love horror writing. Love it. And H.P. Lovecraft, I gotta say, is I admire him. I will never be an H.P. Lovecraft ever, but he is one of the best writers that ever lived. But Edgar Allan Poe, love his stuff, love it. He was a raging alcoholic, but love it. He brings emotion that will last through time. The man's been dead 200 years, and people will listen to, will literally, will read it in years. Look at Shakespeare. I love Shakespeare. I studied the Shakespearean language. Oh my God, is Shakespeare awesome? Beethoven, some of that music will never go away. All this other stuff like rock and roll and stuff, it's all going to go away. People aren't going to remember that shit. The epic stuff they will, but things that are just to this century, yeah, but some of the greats no one will ever forget. But Shakespeare, honestly, he's a goat. And the Shakespearean language is spectacular. I love it. I just get so passionate about books. I just love these authors that invoke emotions that you just like. It makes you feel like J.R. Tolkien. Oh my God! Every time I see Lord of the Rings, oh my God, that would be my dream, having directing my own movie because I can write screenplays too. I'm hoping to make one of my books a screenplay. I would love it, and I would know everything to do with the movie. I'll be the director and the writer and everything. And they make money. I'm talking, you write one good book. I got your things out. I just want to tell you about the book. I've been studying how to make movies. If you have $100,000 budget and you have the right screenplay, you can make some money. And that's how a lot of these directors start. They're writers. And it's usually their book. And you can write it into screenplay, and next thing you know, it's there, and they're instant millionaires. Instant. And you get royalties on doing something once. And then not to talk about the money rights you get from the movie. If you can write a movie, oh my God, are you wealthy? You're wealthy as you're wealthier than the president. Some of these guys that have made a couple horror movies that are really good writers, like J.R. Tolkien's still getting money from his book, and the movie made it huge. Once that movie comes out and the writer comes out, oh my God, you can get $10 million just like that. I mean, these writers are making a killing. Writing's the way to go. Music, yeah, but there's so many people doing it. But if you're a good writer, oh my God, there's a shortage of good writers. That's how bad it is because people aren't going to school enough to learn writing. So now is the time to jump on writing. I think you have kids. Tell them to go to school and start doing writing and do like I am and go on Amazon, because I know even if it's a shitty book, they were saying people are making like $500 a month on horrible books. And the good books people are making money one way or another, but people want to read it, they're going to read it. And the ones that aren't very well written but appeal to people, they still buy. And it's really easy to do, but I just have been having computer problems and this and that, and I had to recover stuff, but I got my book back on my desk. But I I suggest all you guys do it. You could just do little short stories, because writing is a dying art. people don't really want to do it. They don't want to go to school for it. I went to school for writing, and I love it. I love everything about writing. That's why I do my own reels. All I need to do is find an image, and all the writing is mine. But anyways, my friend, is it Kurt? I always mispronounce your name. Karan. I think it's Karan or Korean. No, Korean just sounds more like the Muslim religion. We'll say Quran. No, Quran. We'll say Quran because the other one just would not be good to say because you're not a religious monument. But, anyways, you're in the full moon in Pisces, and that's not a bad path to be. You're balancing your spirituality and your practical needs. So, it just means that you're spending more money out, and they're just saying to budget your money, pretty much, and you'll be okay. And you're surrounded by full moon in Gemini and new moon in Taurus. And the full moon in Gemini means you're going to get answers to things, and I believe it's going to be to bring more money. This is about money. And you got a new moon in Taurus, which means it's prosperity, because Taurus is always prosper and they work a lot. So right now it just means you got to budget your money, but this month there's going to be a growth in your budget. It's just going to come with something you're waiting for, like paperwork, or you're waiting for something to be released, or something like that. That's what I'm picking up. Dude, like me, I use everything up to the last little bit. I could go out and spend $7 on shampoo, but I'm just using all my shampoo up before I buy another thing. Instead of I was spending $400 a month on Amazon for no damn reason. So maybe just cut back on fun spending. Maybe you can live stream. That's why I'm here, is because it stops me from shopping. I don't have my Amazon app, and when I upgraded my friend my phone plan, they actually put Amazon. I took Amazon off my phone because Amazon was costing me $400 times 12 a year. We were broke because of Amazon. Now that I'm not doing Amazon, I'm saving money for all this little crap that I didn't think I had money for because I was spending so much of it. And I actually don't buy 200 rolls of toilet paper no more. But at least when I overspend, I buy useful stuff. And I am learning to budget my money. My husband always tells me all the time, do you need it? Do we need it, or you just want it? He never tells me I can't have it. He just looks at me. And I told him, I know I blow the budget all the time. But this is all you got to do, is just maybe just try to stretch your money out and give it like maybe a month or so. And you should be back on track with extra money. Because I'm in the same boat. So I'm saving up for a nicer car. And that's going to take some time. Probably a year. Because I would like to have 10,000 saved up. So it is what it is. At least I have you guys in live streaming, and I'm not bored in between all my extra days off and my raise from work, so I have to be there less. And honestly, I got 4 days off. By the time I get to work, I'm gonna have my weed oil, so my anxiety is gonna be down. And then I get Monday through Thursday off, so that even makes it worse because my husband's been working 6 days a week, and he just got a raise. So I just told him with this live streaming, I really don't want to go shopping anymore, so that alone has been saving us money. I've been finding money for things I didn't think I had money for no more. So I'm in that boat, but everybody tells me that other people got it worse. But like I like to tell everybody, I made good life choices, that's all. Oh, I just did yours. That was your reading, Karan. I literally just did it. But yeah, but I just that was the whole reading. I was done. That's when I was talking about the cards because I got yours done. You're welcome. I mean, it's always good to be financially happy. You can't in this world. You can't be without money. You got a good money reading. You got one of the happiest readings of the day, I think. I mean, I would love that if I had my $10,000 saved up and I was buying a car. But I know I gotta sacrifice a little, but you're gonna have really good luck and money this month. But like I said, look for it in small increments. But it's gonna build its momentum till you get to the goal you want to get at. So, and this is happening to me right now. All right, you want R towards me. Okay, do you want a romantic reading on this person that you're with? Yeah, you can have a reading. It's paved? Is that it? You guys must think of clever names going on here. See, they don't, and on Facebook, your name just comes up. You're not allowed to change your name through a live stream. Whatever your profile is what comes up. I would love on Facebook to do that, like visit somebody's, just to fuck with my friend live go on his live stream and put asshole for. That would be so funny. We can't do that on Facebook. Your whole name and everything comes up. It makes it not fun. I like this. That this is actually fun stuff here. All right, you're in a first quarter moon with your love path, and this is where commitment's being tested. So, and what's surrounding your love situation is a new moon in Virgo and a new moon in Aquarius. And a new moon in Virgo is when you need to give rather than take something, or it doesn't have to mean things of material value. It could just mean trust and things like that. I'm picking up it's trust and giving up some of the time and trying to make something better, like to give and take in a relationship. And then you got a new moon in Aquarius, which just means open your heart a little. I'm feeling there's a girl around you that likes you, and she's testing you to see if you're going to be a good person or not. And that's what I'm picking up. What I would do is this girl that's involved in your circle right now, I would just like show them that you could be a good person. This person wants to see if you're a good person. And she's doing what women do. and she's seeing if you're going to open your heart all the way. So that's what I'm picking up. I don't know if it's accurate. It's kind of hard over the internet, but that's what I'm picking up. Because it is kind of hard up here. I mean, I hope it was helpful. I can. Okay. I don't know if he's going to contact you. I mean, I can't tell these things. I could tell that he's there, the commitment's being tested. That's all I can tell you. And it's in his own time. It could be a week, it could be a month. It depends on how angry he is and how mistrusting he is of the situation. I mean, only you can answer that. If he's very mistrusting and stuff, it may take longer than a month. I don't know. I mean, maybe try to text him and fill the territory. Just do a general text, say, "Good morning, how are you?" And get a vibe off of what he says. Maybe when you do that, you can kind of figure out if he's overly angry or not. Who knows? That's how I do it. But you're welcome. Okay. What's next actions of my person towards me in 2 weeks? I can't predict the actions, but I can tell you the path your person's in. That's about as far as I can go with that, because you're talking about privacy of free will, and I don't think anybody can see that. But I could do a reading on your person to kind of see what path they are in the situation. So we can do that. The situation path, the little circle you're at, I like to call them the circles they present to me, is in a new moon in Sagittarius, and that's a luck card. So there's going to be a good outcome, and it's surrounded by a full moon and a new moon in Pisces. The full moon is it, surrender to divine. That means pretty much let all the negative stuff go. Give your sorrows to the moon type thing. Witches always say give your sorrows to the moon. So it's surrounded by that situation. So let out your negativity. That's pretty much what it means. However, you got to let the negative things and move on and be happy. You got to do it to have the good luck. And then you got new moon in Pisces surrounding your situation, and it's telling you to meditate and think about the whole situation. So I guess I would start with maybe getting meditation crystals. I would probably would think I would get a purple crystal if you want to do that. Purple is good for meditation and getting rid of your negativity. And then your luck will happen, because that's the effect from that, is actually really letting all that negative stuff go. And I guess meditate's the same thing as manifesting. Manifest what you want, and it'll come in a positive way to you. So honestly, I think this girl that is in this path, she's has a lot of negativity. A lot of negativity. So I don't know. It's a question of do you think she's going to be able to let go of all of the bad stuff? So, your person has a lot of negativity. I don't know them personally. And everybody has their own time frame they take when they get really angry or they have this much bottled up negativity. So, that's what I'm picking up. I get male and female energy sometimes confused because when you're talking about a love reading, sometimes it's hard to tell the male and female energy because it's both emotional. So, if I got the wrong gender wrong, it's because I pick up like sometimes it all flows together to me. Can I know what's coming up in love for September? Yeah, I can do your pathway reading for that. I mean, I'm sorry your person's having issues. It happens. I mean, we are all human. I think I got a service dog because I got issues from just a lot of stuff. I get depression and stuff because I just been through a lot of stuff. So I get it. I had to get a whole. I mean, I got a dog because I was rescuing him, but he actually does help my depression. But they're, mine was only I paid only $1,000 for his certificate, but there's other ways of doing it besides getting a service dog. But for me, I got issues sometimes, so I got Mr. Chong. Your love reading is in the balsamic moon, and that just means you need to heal. You were hurt, and you were hurt real bad, and it's kind of left a scar. That's like a spiritual scar on your heart where sometimes you think about something from time to time and you got to let it go and pretend to move on and be happy. And I've done that. You recollect a lot. But it's okay to recollect and stuff. That means you got to heal to move on to someone else. I was in the balsamic moon for 2 months. 2 years right after my first marriage, so I get it. And you got a new moon in Gemini and a new moon in Pisces for your love reading. You got communication card there. I guess I'm taking that some of your relationships had bad communication. I'm picking up where one person wasn't listening to the other and you guys clashed because you weren't talking. You were talking at each other but not to each other. I'm picking up that. And you got a new one in Pisces for you got same card as saying about the meditate and contemplating. Pretty much meditate and manifest what you want. I don't think anything's coming for you until you do all these things, is what I'm picking up. Because you got to attract that to you. And honestly, I would recommend a purple crystal for you. Start meditating and get some holy water and put it on a purple crystal. And start, like, when you do your manifesting, use the purple crystal because it helps with manifesting and projecting of thoughts. Yeah, amethyst. So that's what I would do because it's like I call that the manifesting crystal, or if you just want to make something happen, wear purple. That's very good for that. But that's what I would literally do. And I feel if you do that after maybe like a month, because you got to wait a whole full moon cycle, and it takes 30 days. Because when you do that over your amethyst over 30 days, it recycles the energy and it will bring forth what you're manifesting. That's what's said about it. So that's what I would do in your situation, since you're gonna have a whole month alone, anyways, in the romantic cycle. So you might as well be one with the divine for a month. It's better than being in the trenches and being homeless. So it could be worse for you, my friend. I hope I was helpful. I want to know what's current feelings. I can't tell you what people are feeling, but I can tell you the path he's in, and that's about as far as I could go with that, because he's supposed to. Everyone has privacy and free will in the universe, and nobody can read feelings. I would not be on my second husband if you can read feelings. I mean, if you're around somebody and you're empathic, you can pick up feelings, but you can't know their thoughts and everything if you're not directly give access to it. So I would not have access to his feelings and thoughts or anything. And if you were an empath and you felt his feelings, then you would be the only person that knew. It's the only way that would happen. But your person here, and this is Pia. I see Ptya. Pita. All right. I think it's Pita. This looks like Pita to me. I'm just don't get offended if I mispronounce your name. I mispronounce every single one of my workers' names except for 5 people. So, anyways, Pita, you're okay. Okay, the feeling of I was saying it was a love reading. Hang on. All right, his path that he's in right now, and that whole situation is new moon in Leo, which means he doesn't have enough self confidence. It's a confidence card. So he has low self confidence right now where he's at. And he's surrounded by a full moon in Cancer and a new moon in Cancer. Oh boy. He got a personal issue that's coming to a resolution. And he has, that's a full moon in Cancer. The new moon in Cancer is about him and his loved ones. He's got family issues going on. So I'm picking up that his love sector got pushed aside because of issues with his family. So, whatever you guys maybe got going on here and there, I would just let him get through his family issues and just see how that evolves. I'm picking up a lot of issues with his parents, it like siblings or people that they call each other family, but they're not actual family. They're what is it? The brother from another mother family type thing. So that's what I'm picking up. I hope that's helpful because it sounds crazy, and I hope he's okay. It looks very crazy. I'm glad I'm not in that drama situation, and maybe go check on him and make sure he's all right. I don't think I could deal with that. But I hope I was helpful, like I said, for you. But I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to go ahead and take my break, and he should be just about coming home soon and all that good stuff. So I'm going to listen to Mushroom Head because I really like Mushroom Head. I've been binge watching Mushroom Head lately, and then check on my Facebook, and then me and Chong going to have to do another stream for Facebook soon. It's this streaming kind of day, I guess. So see me, if you guys want, visit. I know if you don't like Facebook, just go over there, follow me, and then go to my page, and you'll see the live streams over there, and you can visit with Chong. It'll be fun. You guys should visit with Chong. Visit me over there. And even if you see the live streams already, not there, it's fine. If you have it. If you don't, you don't. I mean, I wish I could share them, but I can't. So it is what it is. But thank you for viewing into me. And if you subscribe, thank you very much. And I appreciate it.